You're seeing this because you're being asked to take a more playful approach to life. You're being asked to sacrifice a specific perspective that you have right now of whatever's going on in your life, whatever situation you're in. I heard have gratitude, but there was also a little resistance to that. So some of you may be seeing this and being like, you know, you don't understand my situation. Like, I can't really have gratitude for what's going on right now. But I'm hearing that you have options, and that if you like took a step back and like took a minute with yourself or with the divine, whatever it is that you work with, you would be able to see what's going on here. Interesting where I have like the 6 of Embers in reverse here. So this is telling me that you have a victory that's here, but you can't see it, which is why it's coming out in reverse. That whatever point you're at in your life is actually like a big win for you, but you're all caught up in the logistics. And I actually saw a video about this earlier today, that someone saying that they couldn't appreciate their manifestations at the time because they were too caught up in like getting things organized and living in it and like doing things, and they totally missed out on the whole experience that they worked so hard to create, because they were all like in their heads about this. Interesting, I have 4 birds, so this is like air energy. So this is saying you may need to meditate a little bit, sit with your guides, sit with yourself, and have this kind of conversation with yourself. Interesting that I have this Ace of Embers here also in reverse. Both of these like divine spiritual cards. This is divine inspiration. So I'm getting that like you have a win here, and then you have something that's waiting to be dropped in for you, but you're blocking it with like overthinking about logistics. How are these things going to work? How am I going to do this? How am I going to do that? And I'm hearing like move lightly, go lightly, do things lightly, and to like take a minute to ground yourself within yourself. Some of you may feel like you've been struggling with grounding lately with all of this crazy energy that we've been going through. Interesting where I have my life map card here. This is like the Wheel of Fortune. You may be seeing a lot of 10s. There's a lot of completion happening right now, right? So that's what can be really difficult. Again, where this ace is preceding it, there's like an ending and a new beginning that's here, but it may be very difficult to see or notice or process because endings are notoriously difficult. But this is also a fate card where you're at a crossroads and you have a hand in how this next step plays out. So this is highlighting the significance of what's happening here, especially where I have this victory card and divine inspiration. So what's coming out so far is pretty significant, that you have a hand in what happens next, right? Like the divine's been with you here, and then this is where you get added into the mix, that there's something that's trying to be shown to you, but you've been blocking it. Kind of need to sit in with yourself and like ground in and say like, what's going on here? What's the lesson that I'm learning? And how can I move forward in a way that, I want to say like ask for ease, but I know some people feel uncomfortable with that. But it's like, look for the path of least resistance. Like, how do I get into the state of flow? How do I flow with this ending that's happening here? How do I flow with this new beginning that's happening here? So don't disregard your role in this, which is what's really coming through here with this Wheel of Fortune, is that part of the way the wheel turns has to do with our intentions, our energy towards the situation. So make sure that your energy is clear and that you see the situation for what it is, right? Endings aren't easy. You may be feeling blocked off in a lot of places because the divine's really trying to steer you towards a certain direction. But those blocked doors can feel frustrating, right? Every time that you meet up against one. But you have a victory here, and you have guidance that is trying to connect to you. And that's part of how this next phase is going to play out with your life. Okay, so there's, interesting where I have these 2 kind of conflicting cards. There's a 5 of trees, so you may be feeling this, to me, is more than just physical, where this is like Pentacles energy. So you may, again, but your finances are always reflected by your emotional state. This is kind of like a low self-worth energy, and I'm getting this is what needs to be worked through, where I have the 9 of Lotuses following this, which is a very like peaceful, contented, wish fulfillment card. So this is asking you to get out of this lack mindset, where we have this Wheel of Fortune coming before this. Get out of the lack mindset to see how blessed you are to have this opportunity and to be living in a manifestation, that you're at this crossroads for a reason. This thing didn't come up out of nowhere, right? You've been manifesting, you've been working, you've been making things happen, and you're looking at this from the perspective of, well, you know, if I make this move, this and this could go wrong. Well, what if this doesn't happen, or this doesn't work out? Or, you know, like you're looking at it from a very scarce point of view. And this is why you kind of need to go into meditation for a little bit to really work out, do like the shadow work, whatever's being called for. Ask Ask what it is that you're learning. Like, what from this situation do I need to work with to create this? Because you're actually living in a wish fulfillment right now. That's why this is in reverse. That's sort of what your victory is here, is going to be this change in perspective, that you're really being challenged to upgrade your mindset at this time. And I know how difficult that is, but this is going to be easier with meditation. Yeah, interesting behind this, I have 4 of lotuses. You may be seeing 444 a lot, but this is like a lot of despair and sadness. You may be processing a lot of grief right now. So take your time with that and do like the inner searching that needs to be done. But there is definitely a shift from scarcity to wish fulfillment, and it's all just a mindset shift away, where you're at this pivotal point in your life that's calling in this victory, and that you do have divine guidance and you do have a victory here. You just can't see it. So talk to your team, talk to yourself, however you do it, so that you can see what is actually being shown to you here. This perspective is what's blocking this here, because this is fully available to you. You're just not seeing it. And it's I'm hearing like you need to quiet the storm inside. There's obviously been a lot of storm symbolism, and that once you learn how to tame that, you will see what is available to you and what you have to work with at this time. Because I'm getting that there is more than meets the eye to this situation, and the divine wants to give you something. So there's a victory here, and then something that you can, like, creative inspiration that you can grow and work with on the other side of this. It's just this fear, stagnation, low self-worth is blocking it. So do whatever you need to do. Find the meditations on YouTube, affirmation work, subliminals, whatever it is that you do, so that you can get into this wish-fulfilled mindset and see things from that perspective, so that you can enjoy what it is that you've called in, because you do have a lot here for you. So take that time to do the introspection, do the meditations, and if this resonates with you, let me know. If you'd like your own personal reading with me, you can head to the link at the top of my page. They're in my Etsy shop. I also have personal meetings available for you. For those of you that have been reaching out and asking just to speak with me, you can book those in my Calendly. Those are also in my bio, and also check out my Substack while you're there. Thanks.